I'm head of woodwind for the county music service, but I spend half my time teaching bassoon. Got about 60 bassoon pupils at the moment, varying in age from 6. I feel quite, privileged and lucky to have had a lot of very good pupils. Asa Zakaran was a bassoon quartet of pupils who, by the time they all went off to university, were all very high standard diploma players, so that gave us a lot of repertoire. And we've now got Asa Minor, which has got 10 pupils in it, which are all post grade 8, so we can do lots of things with 10 bassoons of that standard, so it's very exciting.
And post grade 8 pupils of what age are you talking about?
They're from, this particular ensemble is from the age of 11 to 17. Several pupils take grade 8 at the age of 9. And some of these 11-year-olds have got diplomas now.
So that's really interesting for us, because that's at a time before people in Australia are normally picking it up. So tell us a little bit about the secret of starting very early.
Well, it used to be the same here, that people would, not start until they were 12 or 13 years old. They'd either be playing piano already or another instrument and get moved to the bassoon because they were tall. You can now get mini bassoons, tenoroones and variations on the theme of little bassoon instruments. You can now start people at the same time you can start any other woodwind instrument. So that's fantastic. So if somebody at the age of 7 loves the sound of the bassoon, they don't have to say, well, hang on, let's hope you still have that enthusiasm when you're 13. You can actually start when you're 7.
And therefore get 6 years further ahead as well.
Well, that's right. Most of them, don't, when they do then swap onto a big bassoon, and it takes a matter of weeks to get themselves back to where they were, you think, imagine if you were only starting now, and the thought of not, having to only be starting at the age of 11 or 12 where they're already maybe grade 4 or 5, and think to only be starting then, they just can't imagine it. They're really pleased they started younger. As long as you blow the thing, it's going to make a nice sound from day one. So actually the rewards are very good early on. So it's a great beginner instrument from that point of view.
You're not the only teacher using tenoroon in England, are you?
No, definitely not. There's absolutely loads of us actually. All the time I get a lot of inquiries for help and advice from schools who are wanting to buy some, unitary authorities who are thinking of buying some, just to get advice on whether or not they're doing the right thing in investing this way to encourage bassoon development at their schools.
How fantastic. So has bassoon development in England improved as a result of having tenoroons?
I would say definitely yes. I've had pupils for years, for example, in the National Children's Orchestra in this country, and in the under 11s orchestra, sometimes they wouldn't fill the bassoon section because there weren't enough players good enough to match everybody else at the age of 10. Now that if you haven't got grade 7, you won't get in, and they've got a waiting list of people who are wanting to audition.
That's amazing.
So that's a transformation in the last 10 years of people starting children younger on mini bassoons and tenoroons.
Wonderful. So the players who are in National Children's Orchestra get to hear bassoons at an early age as well.
Exactly.
Which must be great.
Yeah.
I mean, all the other players. It's just wonderful for a whole community. It's not just the players.
Yes, it's not only the bassoonists who benefit from this, because every ensemble benefits from having the wide range of instruments and timbres, so everybody benefits.